Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly talk about Alexander, my collection of Alexander the Great, the film directed by Oliver Stone. And it's one of my favourite films of the last decade. I think it's one of the best films of the last decade. And if I could only pick two films that Oliver Stone directed that I really love, it would be Salvador and Alexander, although Oliver Stone has an amazing body of work. I think it's a very underrated movie. A lot of people didn't like it, but I think it's excellent. I think it's one of the best, epic battle movies ever made. It's got the great battle scenes of Gaugamela and everything like that. I don't know what people had issues with. I don't know, maybe it's the casting, or maybe it's the sexuality of the movie, or maybe it's its pacing, but it's a very, very good movie. You guys should definitely check it out. The first thing I want to show you is Alexander the Great, the book by Robin Lane Fox. He was the chief advisor on the film for Oliver Stone, making sure the historical accuracies and all the rest of it. So he's a historical advisor on the movie, and he was actually in the movie, played one of the guys charging into battle. This is a great read on the man Alexander. Robin Lane Fox is one of the main respected historians on the subject, so he's a big authority on the subject. So a highly great read, and it's awesome. This edition has the front cover of the movie. This book here, The Making of Alexander by Robin Lane Fox, it's basically from the eyes of a person who doesn't know anything about film production, and it's really interesting take on how the movie is produced. You really got a insider's look of how a movie's made. So a highly recommended book, and he constantly relates the story to the historical accuracies and how much dramatic license Oliver Stone used. So it's a really, really good read. It's not like your typical making of book, which just goes on and on about how good the movie is and how much effort they went into production. It's really seen through the eyes of somebody who doesn't know anything about filmmaking, but really appreciates all the effort that they went into this. So it's a really, really good book. If you can still get it, I highly, highly recommend it. It's an excellent, excellent book, and written by Robin Lane Fox. Just put that aside here. First edition I got, which was on DVD, which is the theatrical cut. Oliver Stone has made several cuts to this movie, and apparently a fourth one is coming, so geez Louise. This is the theatrical edition. The great thing about this edition is you get commentary by Robin Lane Fox, the historian, and Oliver Stone. They're not in the same room together, it's actually pieced together. I guess they've done two separate commentaries, and the editors tried to piece the best pieces of each. What would have been better is if he just put two separate tracks, one done by Robin Lane Fox and another one done by Oliver Stone. You get two discs because the movie is really long. It's split over two, part A and part B, and a really good special features making of that's actually directed by Oliver Stone's son, Sean Stone. This is the director's cut that was released soon after, and it's advertised here, newly inspired, faster paced, more action packed. So I guess people felt it was too long, and I think this did better on DVD sales, and you only get one audio commentary on this by Oliver Stone. So hence why, if you're really interested in the historical aspect, I highly recommend you get this edition because it has a great audio commentary by Robin Lane Fox. So there's the director's cut. Now then he came out with Revisited, and this is a really cool front cover there. Now this coincided with the release of 300, so there's a lot of tie-in promotions with that. I'm just going to open it up to show you what I mean. So yeah, and this one you get the same audio commentary from that on this. Well, it can't be the same because this one's longer, but I don't know, I've heard of them both and they sound very similar, so I guess he's done one really long one. Alexander Final Cut. So there's your ticket for 300 that I never used because obviously this is for America. I actually did not like 300. I thought it was a really awful movie. And there's a personal message from Oliver Stone telling you to get onto MySpace so you can interact with him. I tried it and he didn't answer my question. Really disappointing, but oh well. I've actually interacted with Oliver Stone on Twitter. He's one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. I really respect him. He's one of the best out there, greatest of all time. And this is a personal message from him to get on MySpace and interact with him. You kids might not remember MySpace, but it was before Facebook. So I'm just going to put that back there. This is the edition you want to see, Alexander Revisited. Bear in mind, by the time I'm making this, there are rumours he's coming out with a fourth cut, believe it or not. But This here, it says the final cut. This has everything on it, and I've heard interviews with him going, yeah, this is it, this is the ultimate cut, you know, but obviously he's still not happy with it. And this is the Blu-ray edition, so of course I had to get it on Blu-ray, and it's still split over two despite the how much you can fit on a Blu-ray, so that's really good. And the same audio commentary, same special features on that. You actually get all the same special features. The only difference with all of these, with special features, is this one here, where the commentary has Robin Lane Fox. I highly recommend you, if you can, find that edition, then rip the audio commentary to your MP3 player. It's a really great listen. Yeah, highly underrated movie. It's one of my favourite movies of all time. Great battle scenes, excellent casting. The film is so flawlessly cast. Like I love it how all the Macedonians are Celtic and then all the Greeks are English. So you got that difference with the language. You know, the Macedonians are much more guttural, it seems, in the film. And the one actor who really steals the show is I think Val Kilmer. Sorry, I had to think of his name. Val Kilmer. For me, he really steals the show. He's an excellent portrayal as Philip, King Philip, the father of Alexander. You guys should really check that out. And everyone did a great job in this movie. Angelina Jolie, Colin Farrell especially, and everyone else. And I can't believe I'm forgetting all the names. It's a really, really great movie. Highly underrated. But yeah, I think people had issues with the sexuality. They just didn't want to see that, but you know, whatever, it's their loss. But go check it out, man. The battle scenes alone are phenomenal, especially the Battle of Gaugamela and that famous scene with the elephants where they charge the elephants, where the horse, Alexander's horse Persepolis, charges the elephant, King Porus. It's amazing, really, really good. So this is my collection, guys. I just want to showcase the different editions. I highly recommend you get the Blu-ray, and if you can, get the DVD. And these two are both excellent, excellent reads. If you can, go pick it out. You can also follow Oliver Stone on Twitter, and he does respond to a lot of tweets, replies to people and retweets them, so go check him out. I'll put a link at the bottom of the page. Yeah, guys, you can check out my podcast I do with David Farrell. Links will be at the bottom of the page. The podcast website is www.podmeifyoucan.com. Okay, thanks guys, all the best.